Alright, y'all, we are live on this snowy day. It is snowing right now where I am. The chickens are cold, guys. This is going to be a chill stream. We're going to be going over Bitcoin and some altcoins. Just kind of take it chill. Go over some charts, look at some coins, talk about some stuff, guys. Blessings to everybody in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus the Messiah. Pray everybody is super blessed in multiple ways, guys. We will be live soon, so stay tuned. Shout out to Cam for bringing up the background music. Yeah, thank you, Cam. I have to actually fix my levels here. I've got to fix my levels. Thanks for bringing that up, my friend. Appreciate that very much. Yeah, guys, the bot. The bot's going to be good. Let's talk about that a little bit, guys. So the bot, right? The bot is something that me and a group of people have been working on. And basically what this bot is gonna do, hang on, let me adjust this beard here, guys. What is going on? Man, it is just a crazy morning for me, guys. You know, got the hat here going on, got the Pikachu hat as well. Got this, guys, S. Pellegrino. This is fancy. Hear that? Fancy. Super fancy. And yeah, well, the bot's it's gonna be good, guys. This is just gonna be a chill stream, y'all. Like you know, I don't really have anything specific I want to talk about. I was thinking we could look at Bitcoin, take a look at some altcoins, maybe answer some questions. Not expecting a very large crowd today either. Right, because a lot of people are chilling with their fams. Right? A lot of people celebrating Christmas and all that stuff. Shout out to Aaron Gerson. Thanks for being here, bro. So is the volume still bad, guys? Is the volume still unhearable? Let me know. Let me know. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Yes, I'm drinking hot apple cider. It's that time of year where you drink hot apple cider, where everybody's heart is a little bit bigger. And everywhere you go, you see those bells. Palsy. Cool. When am I going to the barber? That's a good question. Well, I don't know. You know, my wife, Big Butts 28. Shout out to you, Big Butts. She's got to schedule it for me, because I'm sure as heck not going to schedule it. I haven't gone to a barber in like 3 years. Titan Trading Group, guys, it's a group of traders I'm associated with. Potentially we'll have more info on that soon. And yeah, we got some nice bubbled water. Some nice bubbled water, guys. We got about 131 people in here, guys. Make sure to smash up the likes. Do you think we could get 750 likes? I don't think so, guys. Let's get into this. Let's get into this chart here. Yeah, we could take a look at XRP, guys. I am going to start with Bitcoin, however. Bitcoin, guys, did get this nice bounce this morning. and it basically we started forming a little range here, and we got a chicken's drinking water from this wick right here, right? So we can see we came down in the range, took out the previous low with bullish divergences on the 12-minute time frame. Definitely we got the bullish divs on the 12-minute time frame. Absolutely as well got it on the 6-minute time frame. Is it going to be a big move? I don't know. I would not be surprised if we do come back up to at least the point of control here. I've already take profit 1 on it, and let's take a look where that golden pocket retracement is going to come. That would be a great area. Yeah, so I would say if you're also in a trade here, that this zone is a great place to take some profit if you haven't already taken some profit out. So this was something that I was potentially looking at this morning, where we had a nice little box of support down here. We had the beginning of a row of single prints. We had a 382 fib retracement, and we had the previous day value area high in that little box. And I was looking for the chickens to drink water coming below that previous wick into that area. And as soon as I was done my TA, well, boom, we get the entry right here. And this is the USDT pair. So I was actually able to catch that entry. Pretty nice. And yeah. And something else that's cool, guys, is the bot that I am working on actually took this trade. So I was in the kitchen with my wife, holding my son. Shout out to little Fib Casper, little Fibonacci. You know, when this trade got hit. So basically the bot that me and a few other really good programmers are working on right now is where in the morning you can come to your chart, you can do your technical analysis, you can set the bot to take trades, and then you can walk away. All right, and so what happened here was this purple line was the trigger for the bot to take a trade if there was a bullish divergence on the 6-minute time frame. Right, so because we had a bullish divergence on the 6-minute time frame, when price came down to this area, this purple line right here, the bot entered into a trade. The bot has already taken profit 1 somewhere right up here. Actually, what I do for take profit 1 is at a 0.6% move from the entry. So let's see here, we entered somewhere down here. This is the USDT pair, so this is not too accurate, but take profit 1 came in about right up here. Okay, and then the stop loss is officially moved to the entry. So it's pretty much a guaranteed winning trade. Now, this bot I'm super excited about, guys, because if you are somebody who is a trader and you cannot be at the charts all day, or you don't want to miss out on a potential juicy scalp like this, guys, already up about 40%, high leverage scalp here. You don't have to be a slave to the computer screen all day. You could make your plan, and you could walk away, and you could come back to some juicy gains, which is exactly what I did here. I love me some San Pellegrino, guys. Is it San Pellegrino or just S? I don't know. I don't even know how I ended up with this stuff. We got it by accident, but it's good. It's good stuff here. Let's actually take a look at this fib and see, are we coming to any other kind of resistance here? Whoops. Yeah, look at that, guys. Flirting with the 382 level. All right, so let's turn off some of this analysis here. And yeah, that was pretty cool, guys. So we got the chickens drinking water first thing in the morning. That's the way to do it. So let's zoom out quite a bit and take a look at the overall Bitcoin markets and see what's happening and do some analysis before we move on to some other coins. I do want to do some other coins here as well too. So if anybody's totally new to the channel, make sure to like the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is just a chill stream we're doing today where we're going to be taking a look at some different coins. But if you're not new, make sure to like the video as well. So here's what I see here just locally before we look at more of a higher time frame. It's clear that we are in an uptrend. The money flow has crossed over on the 4-hour time frame, which is bullish to me. Momentum and money flow continue to get higher, but we need to consolidate and or cool down a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have another kind of like bull flag curvy thing that we got over here. Let me actually turn off these purple lines as well. If we go to the daily time frame, we see that money flow's coming up, guys. The momentum's coming up. The VWAP not looking so great. And because the VWAP is not looking so great, that means we still need to be wary of the fact well, 12 hours about to get a money flow cross, guys. Things looking kind of good, but we do see some slightly bearish signs. Overall bullish, but there are some slightly bearish signs here. Mainly that we're topping out potentially even on the daily, and also slight bearish divergences on the VWAP here on market Cipher B higher time frames. But we cannot lose sight of the fact, even though it is a very nice pump and we all feel good about it, myself included, because of the fact that well, I'm in two long positions, one from right down here and another one from literally right down here, because we did have in the VIP Discord. By the way, if anybody wants to get into the VIP Discord, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. This is where I post daily technical analysis updates, as well as potential trade setups, and a lot of people in here doing the same thing, really good traders. But when we did come down to that low at about 45.5K, we gave the potential setup for the chickens to drink water from here, which is what happened. So I got into a long from there. And then later on, after we consolidated, we had these areas of support that we were looking at after the first initial pump. And that was a few days ago now. First of all, we took a short from up here because we were looking to get resistance around the golden pocket. So we longed, then we shorted at the first retracement. So we took a short from right up here. And as we're coming down this way, we're marking out the levels of support where we could potentially take a trade from. We got a rejection right from that level. And one of the major areas of support was this box right here, where we had a 382, we had potential chickens drinking water from a mini range. And that's exactly where we got our bounce, right? We got our bounce right from that 382. Let's see here. Yeah, look at this. We got the bounce right from the 382, and the chickens did drink. So, you know, whenever we are trading in a mini range, like I always like to talk about how the way I like to look at the markets is I don't like to look for trends. I like to look for sideways markets. The reason I like to look for sideways markets is because when you're in a sideways market, it gives you very, very clear designated high and low places to buy and sell. And so I always try and, in a sideways market, buy low and sell high, which is literally exactly what we did here, right? We sold high, bought low. Sometimes when you buy low or sell high, it's going to be the big move, right? So instead of looking at, you know, when is Bitcoin going to break out of the resistance to enter your trade, what I like to do is I like to say, okay, when is Bitcoin coming to a low, a support, where I could look to get into a trade? Because if we're coming to a support, that means we're probably going to find support, and that would be a good place to enter long. Sometimes when you enter a trade, like the short that we took up here that we did in the VIP Discord as well, it's going to be that huge move, right? But other times it's not. So what this basically does is it allows you to get, like, you know, you'll have small wins here, break even here, small loss, small win, and then you'll have these massive wins, and that will give your account profitability over time. And so potentially we're forming another little mini range up here, which is why I was looking for a long down here at the low. Because if, you know, we just take this range, we can see that whenever price comes below this value area low, we should look for a long. It happened once, you could take the long. Happened twice right here, took the long, right? And if we break out of this, what people would consider a bull flag, if we break out of it now, I'm already in a long position from down here, which will take me to the next all-time, well, not all-time high, but the next high if we continue in the uptrend. And if this trade now gets stopped out at the entry, where my stop loss is currently down at the entry, then I still have a very small win, and I can wait for the next area of support to try and get into another long. So that's kind of my mentality in all this stuff here. And we do need to be aware of the fact that on a higher term time frame here, we're still in a sideways range, right? There's no denying the fact that from that massive dump that we got on the 3rd of December. One second, guys, I have to partake in my S Pellegrino. Man, that's some good S Pellegrino, guys. And I recommend. We can see that trading in since December 3rd, when we got this massive dump at about 23 o'clock, we've been just trading this sideways area. And what's very important to notice is we have not yet come above the high that we put in over here on December 7th, right? We have still not come above that juicy purple level right there, which means, guys, technically, we are still at resistance, right? There's still resistance above us. And if we start to hang out around here too long and we don't get the momentum we need to push up through here, we also have to be aware of the fact that we have the golden pocket Fibonacci retracement coming up right in this general area. So right now, we really need to come above this box if we want to see more movement to the upside. But until we come above this box, I am going to be looking at this area here as a potential consolidation bull flag-ish area where I will look to take longs and shorts. Absolutely, we'll be looking to take longs and shorts in this little box. Now, if we do reject from here, okay, let's say that we come up and we do reject from the high of the range and we come back down, then where are we looking? Where are we looking for support? Well, the areas that I'm mostly looking for support are going to be, as I love to do, fib levels. So I'm going to pull a fib from here to here, and we can see that the point of control is also a 786, and I'm going to actually delete this 382 level. That's coming in right about 48.7K. That would be a great area to look for support if we do reject off of the high. And then again, I pull a fib from the very, very low wick to the high. And let's say that, you know, we come up a little bit higher. Then I would be absolutely looking down to the golden pocket right here, which is also the low of the range. So that's kind of how I'm looking at this right now. Until we come above this 53K area, then you know, I'm really not necessarily overly bullish, although I will say things do look bullish. I am bullish. I shouldn't say I'm not bullish, guys. I am bullish. Look at the weekly time frame here. If this thing gives us a green dot, we're going to get a big move here. And there's a lot of bullishness sentiment overall. It is that time of year, guys, where people FOMO into cryptocurrency. The holidays, I remember my grandpa, when he first got into Ethereum, it was around this time as well. One year, I forget which year. But yeah, families are hanging out, right? Spreading diseases and stuff, hanging out. And they're talking about Bitcoin, right? They're talking about Ethereum. So they are getting ready to buy. So we'll see what happens here, guys. And the only reason I say we could get another move down is because we could do something like this on the daily and simply just play a game of red dot, green dot, where we do, if we get a red dot on the daily, you know, even if we're going to have more upward momentum and continue in an uptrend, right, we just have to be aware that red dots on the daily, even in an uptrend, do result in some kind of downward consolidation, right? So it's not a bear necessarily saying that I'm bearish. I'm just saying that if we come to resistance and we start to see momentum top out on the higher time frames, so we could probably expect some kind of something like that, right? So, and other than that, the levels that I've got are still intact. So, you know, if we do take a look at the year of 2021, it was a very sideways year for Bitcoin overall, because I mean, you know, for traders, it's so funny, right? Because we're on that roller coaster. It is a roller coaster. Some days after I'm done trading, I'm totally burnt out, guys. Totally burnt out. But I mean, literally, we could just draw a sideways channel where literally we have a clearly defined low and a clearly defined high, and we just go from the low to the high to the low to the high, and now we're kind of back down to that center point, guys. So if we do take a look at the volume that we traded for the whole year of Bitcoin, and we just pop that on, we can see quite interestingly that we are consolidating right around this high volume node right here in the middle. So this is kind of an area where we do need to make a very clear decision. If we lose this volume node and we lose this golden pocket, I do expect us to come down near the $39,000 area. And if we come above this $53,000 golden pocket, then it just makes sense that we come up to the next high volume node, which is coming in right around you know, 57-ish thousand. And if we come above 57-ish thousand, then it just makes sense that we come back up toward the all-time highs in the 60s. So this is how I am really approaching it from even on a very micro. You guys saw the trade I took based on a very, very small time frame, where I took a long just based on a range that we've been forming for the past few hours. And then I'm zooming out a little bit to take a look at this range that we've been forming for the last month or so. And then I zoomed out super, super far, looking at this range that we've been forming for the last year. And so this is how you're going to get your ideas for scalping, day trading, and swing trading based on the time frame that you're using. But overall, the principles are the same, where if we come to a level of key support or key resistance and market cipher B is giving us our confirmations, well, then we can enter into a trade. That's the way I like to do it. Let me pop into the chat real quick. Wow, we have 300 people. That's amazing, guys. Welcome, welcome. God bless y'all. Shout out to Aaron Grierson, who is in Luna. Yeah, Luna's doing some crazy stuff. We could take a look at that for sure. Luna is moon in Spanish. Ah, that's a good point there, Seb. That is a good point. Yeah. Ah, the King of Kings likes Pellegrino as well. Yeah, I like Pellegrino. I do like it. Yes, Mark Dutch. It is Italian rainwater. 100%. Pellegrino is Italian rainwater. Yep. So, yeah, the bot's going to be good, guys. That's right, Keenstar. There is no Netflix and chill around here. Just TA and chill. Right? TA and chill. Shout out to my wife. You know, it's funny because my wife hates when we TA and chill, because that means I'm not paying attention at all to her. Right? Shout out to Czar Trader Guy. God bless you, my friend, over there in South Africa. May the Lord bless you and protect you. Shout out to Andy from Bitcoin Census, who sent Mark Dutch over here. Well, that's great, Mark. Yeah, Andy, he's a cool guy. We do collaborate from time to time. I appreciate his perspective on the charts. He's definitely a guy who knows what he's doing when it comes to technical analysis. So that's it for Bitcoin, guys. Should we take a look at ETH as well? Let's take a little look at ETH as well here. So guys, ETH also is still just like the Bitcoin in this range that I would consider from the 3rd of December to our present day. Now, ETH is trading nicely. We were actually able to get a nice trade in here, a short trade. Well, two actually. So the first short trade we were able to take was from right here recently, when we came up into the golden pocket and just get a little rejection from there, and it was pretty juicy. That was a trade that we did post in the VIP Discord over here, in the potential Ethereum scalp trades. You know, we came up to our level, we got our confirmations on market cipher, we come down right from there. It was also a naked daily point of control, so there was a lot of confluence right there. And then also yesterday, for ETH, we had the resistance that we were looking at right up here. We had this box where we had the value area high of the range, we had the golden pocket, we had a daily level, and we came up right to there, literally right to that box, and that's where we get our rejection coming down. And then to this day, to this exact hour, from that box that we pierced, we've come down about 2.3%. So, you know, we're scalping, guys. We're scalping. We're not trying to go to the moon here, but maybe we are trying to go to the moon, because there is a lot of moon potential for Ethereum right now. So let's take a look at the current resistance that we're up against. We do have this golden pocket that we have not yet touched. So very similarly to Bitcoin, where Bitcoin on a lower time frame here, we can see that we have the golden pocket that we have not yet touched. up here. ETH is in a similar situation right here, okay? But what we can see is that we very clearly are finding some resistance at the value area high of the range. And so for me, for ETH, I would like to see us come above if we want to see higher movement. I want to see ETH and Bitcoin both come above the resistances that we have right here for them, all right? So let's take a look at some other levels here. Yeah, we have that golden pocket right there. We do have a golden pocket right here as support that we have never yet come down to. We've got a few golden pockets there. Yeah, we got a few. We have a few levels here, but one that I think is very interesting, at least for me, is going to be this fib level right here. If we are going to come back down and reject off of this area of resistance, then what I really am looking at is I want to, oh, I just totally messed that up. I would like to see us potentially come down to the value area low, okay, the value area low, where we also have these previous lows and this 786 fib level, because then I think we could come down and get a nice little bounce out of there, just like how Bitcoin, if Bitcoin rejects off of this resistance, then I am expecting Bitcoin to potentially come down to this golden pocket area and get a little bounce from there. I'm basically lining up there's parallels between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I consider this resistance for Ethereum on par with this resistance for Bitcoin. And I consider this 786 level on par with this area down here for Bitcoin. And the reason is because this literally is the previous low that we put in, where we could come down here and find some support at the low at a fib level. And also for ETH, we could come down and find some support at a low at a fib level. Now, if we do come above this golden pocket right here for Ethereum, let's put on some other levels here. Boom. All right, so if we do come above, then I'm looking up toward this 4,440 area. And then if we can come above that, we're looking to this weekly level, which is very important. Not only is it a weekly level, but we can see it is a high volume area as well. Just by looking at the price action here without even drawing a range, we can see that we do have a lot of volume coming in this general zone. So we've got these two major areas of resistance. And of course, if we can come above this golden pocket for ETH, guys, we don't have much to go for all-time highs on ETH, right? We really do not have much to go. And if we take a look more at a higher time frame for ETH, let me pull up a different chart here. Here we go. This is like my higher term time frame ETH chart. But if we do take a look at here, we can see that we have this thing going on here, guys, which is the cup and handle that we've been tracking for a very long time, since probably like August. And the target of this thing, well, first of all, the next fib resistance is going to be around 5,595 and 25 cents to be exact. But look at how technical things have been, where we come up, we reject perfectly off the 1-to-1 fib extension. If we're looking at this, as a trend, as an uptrend to the 1-to-1 fib extension, come down, bounce off the golden pocket. If we're going to hold support here, and this is the 7-day time frame on market Cipher B, is about to confirm bullish. I would think we could at least get up to this fib target or even this fib target if we're just looking at this as an uptrend using fib targets. I think that's very, very, very possible. So, the getting to a new all-time high for Ethereum of 5,000 or even 5.5, I think that's very, very, very likely if we're able to come above this golden pocket here, or really this daily and 786 around 4,400. Then I would be expecting that it's very likely we can come up to hit these targets. Now, what if we reject? Because what we have to keep in mind is the fact that the fib we could reject off of this fib right here and begin a downtrend. Well, if that happens, then the support that I'd be mostly looking toward would be taking the fib from the swing low at the bottom of the cup and handle to this high. And the reason why I'm looking mostly toward that support down here at around 2,700, 2,800 is because if we are in an uptrend, and this is the first leg of the uptrend, this is the first retracement, this is the second leg of the uptrend to the 1-to-1 fib extension, then it makes sense that we would retrace down to the golden pocket of that entire second leg, because that is going to be one of the most reactive, most probable places that we get a bounce from. And if I'm not mistaken, I do think that we did get some kind of golden pocket bounce. Yeah, see, look at this. So the first leg up from that first impulse, we come down to the golden pocket. The second leg up, we come right to the 1-to-1 fib extension, and it would make sense we would come down to this golden pocket area. So again, I am bullish, very bullish on Ethereum, but we just have to be aware of the levels to look for in case we come down, because the truth is, y'all, nobody really knows what the price is going to do. Nobody knows for sure what the price is going to do, right? So if the price does come down more, we know what areas we are looking for. But right now, we can see very clearly that from yesterday when we got a bounce out of our box, which is kind of a bummer, guys. I have to be honest with you. We were looking at this for a potential long trade, at least I was, and right here at this box, I was waiting for price to come down to the daily and to the golden pocket. Well, I kind of got front ran right there because we came down and touched just the tip of the box, guys, and didn't come down to the levels. And I missed out on that long. I was waiting for another leg down into the golden pocket to get in there, and I totally dropped the ball, guys. So it's okay. It happens. We wait for the next trade. But the Ethereum levels are being very, very well respected, y'all. So just keep that in mind. And wow, we got about 300 people in here, guys. Let's get the likes up. If we can get this up to 300 likes, I will be very happy. I don't know if I can say that I'm going to give anything away, but I will be happy. Maybe I will give something away. We have bearish divergences on the chart, people are saying. Can I explain what I mean when I talk about single prints? Yeah. Yes, a single print is a TPO thing, guys. And it's something that I am just kind of diving into now, but it's been very, very interesting. So, this is a TPO chart right here, and basically stands for time price opportunity. And these are just the candles, and this is showing you points of control with both volume right here and time. So this is telling you where Bitcoin is not only trading at the most volume, so we can see that, like, for example, right here, the most volume in this half-hour chunk of time, the most volume was traded at 48,325, but Bitcoin spent the most time right around that same area at 48,400. And so if the coin or any asset spends a very, very little amount of time at a certain price, I don't know what the heck I'm doing right now, guys. I don't know what's going on with the screen. So if the more time an asset stays at a certain price, these time profiles will form more rows of these prints, and that's what creates these profiles. So the price that the most time was spent, we can see right here at 48,325, because this is where there's the most these rows of prints right here on this profile. But if it only stays there for a very short period of time, there's only one row of prints. And so these things can actually act as support and resistance. So you can see right here, this blue block is showing us that because price spent so little time here, you know, it's considered a row of single prints. And what this does is, first of all, the top of a row of single prints, if we come up really fast and then we're going to come back down, we can see that the top of a row of single prints will act as our support. And then if we fall through here, it's very likely we come down to the bottom. And so we could see that, for example, right here, we came down pretty much to the top of this row of single prints here, and we did get a little bounce from there. But also right here, we see we have another one, so we could look for some kind of support there. So that's kind of what that is, guys. Like I said, this is something new for me that I'm kind of learning about, and it is very interesting. It's very interesting to learn about, because I think it could add. It definitely helps get levels on a chart. Yeah, let's pop back into here. Shout out to Andy. What's going on, Andy? Yeah, we're trying to pump the markets, bro. I'm long right now, so let's see what happens. I'm in a little scalp long. Yeah, shout out to Mark Dutch. Shout out to Andy from Bitcoin Census. If anybody doesn't know who Andy from Bitcoin Census is, go check out his channel. He does some good TA. What other coins should we take a look at, guys? We took a look at Ethereum. We took a look at Corn, at the Bitcoin. We've got our general plans and ideas for all this stuff. How's Bitcoin doing, by the way? Let's come down here and check out how's our long doing. It's doing pretty good, guys. You know, it's doing pretty good. Now, the thing about the long that I took here is, yes, I was, that's not the right folder. Here we go. I was technically looking to come down to 54.25, but the reason I was able to get into the trade, well, first of all, I had the bot take it, but the reason I was front running it is because, remember, there were two reasons why I would get into the trade. Number one, the chickens could drink from right here, right, from this little wick, and number two, I was allowing us for the chickens to drink down here to this little zone where we had the single prince beginning, as well as the 382, as well as the value area high. So right now we're coming up to the point of control of the mini range for Bitcoin. All right, I do have a take profit order set here at the point of control for this scalp. And here's the thing. After this take profit 2 is hit, I'm actually not going to take any more profit out of the trade. I'm just going to kind of set it and forget it over the weekend. If it gets stopped out at my entry, so be it. And if it continues on, then I make more money right here. But let's quickly take a look. I forget if so we come up above the 382. Let's put on some other fib levels here. Wow, look at that, guys. See, fib levels ain't no joke. They're really no joke, even on these small term time frames. All right, people want me to take a look at some other coins. Let's take a look. So Aaron Grierson wants me to take a look at Luna. Let's take a look at Luna. Shout out to Andy from Bitcoin Census, who's also long. Yeah, this is now my third. I'm in 3 longs. So, you know, I really hope, Andy, that I hope we break 52K and just keep on going toward 60. That's my hope. So let's see if we can do it. Yeah, let's take a look at Luna here. Matic, guys, did you see Matic? Look at Matic real quick before we take a look at Luna. Matic, just so technical here. We shorted it from here. Oh wait, did we short it from there? No, I don't think we shorted it from there. We must have shorted it from right here. We come down, bounce perfectly off the golden pocket, bounce perfectly off the monthly level, perfectly off ribbon 5 market cipher B on the 3-day time frame. And now look, we're finding resistance again at the 1-to-1 fib extension. Very, very technical from golden pocket to fib extension. All right, let's take a look now at what are we looking at? Luna, right? Luna. So the last time we took a look at Luna was on December 1st here. And let me just see what we got going on. a few areas on the chart, guys. We have a few lines on the chart here. All right. Man, Luna is crazy, guys. Luna is absolutely crazy. You know, it's so funny because it's totally irrelevant right now. Everything that we've been looking at on December 1st because of this massive bounce. So all this stuff is totally irrelevant now. Let's take a look at some of the fib extensions that we had here. So right now we are finding some resistance at the 4.618 fib extension. So there's no surprise that we are finding some kind of resistance right here. We also did find some kind of thing. You could say potentially at this 2.618, 1.618. Honestly, guys, things do not look overly bearish at all for Luna. I have to be honest with you, on the daily time frame at least, because the momentum is getting higher, and I do still think that there's some time here for another move to the upside before we get this red dot. If we take a look at the VWAP here on the daily, it's not really pointing down. It's kind of floating horizontally. And so potentially we could come up more like what happened last time. The VWAP was just floating horizontally. We actually did get another 21% to the upside, right? So let's quickly just see what's going on here. Mark out some Luna levels, and this is wild, guys. This really is wild, Luna. You know, these on December 1st, these were the levels that we were looking to long. So let's see, did we actually get any of those longs? Looks like yeah. So our long zone did get hit then on when was December 1st? So we were doing analysis back here on December 1st. I actually have not been trading Luna, even though I have these setups planned out. So very interesting, guys, to see that. Would you look at that, though? I mean, these were the levels we were looking to long for Luna. If I had actually been paying attention, I could have gotten it long right here like we were planning to. And then again, if I had missed that, I could have grabbed it in a long right here like I was planning to. But I just don't have the time to trade all these coins, guys, which is why the bot, guys, the bot, right? Like I was saying, if anybody is new here, we're working on a bot that will trade your plan for you. So this morning I had this very clear plan of taking the trade, the chickens drinking water, coming below this wick right into the support. I told the bot, hey bot, if we come down there with a bullish divergence on the 6-minute time frame, take the trade. We came down there with the bullish divergence on the 6-minute time frame. The bot entered into the trade, guys, and we're still in the trade. And look at this, guys. Look at that. Look at that. You know, look at the trade. Look at the trade, doing very well. And I actually did take a trade here as well from my normal cell phone account, but this spot is really going to help people who don't have the time to sit there at the charts all day and you want to scalp and you want to day trade. As we're coming up to the 618 Fib retracement, guys, let's go. Shout out to Andy from Bitcoin Census for absolutely pumping the price right here. Oh. All right, so Luna, let's take a look here. What's going on, Luna? How you doing? Well, let's start on a higher time frame here, guys. Let's go to the monthly just to see what's cracking on the monthly. Should I say that? What's cracking? Too white, I think. All right. Come down here. We definitely have some support down here. I would say that we also have some support right here, just because we broke out of this weekly level and we did not yet come down to retest it. Let's go to the daily time frame real quick. Okay, so on the daily time frame, oh man, we do have some support, guys, right here. Okay, this would be our daily support. If we're looking for strong levels to potentially get in on this uptrend, that daily level would be strong support right there. And I would also just be aware of this level too, right? This is a daily level, but it's a tapped daily level. Got a blue dot on market Cipher Bitcoin, guys. Let's go, baby. Let's go, let's go. This could be it, guys. Now here's what we have to be careful of, right? We have to be careful because if we come up into this zone here and we are getting this very bearish divergence on market Cipher B, then I do think I think we will reject from there, and I am prepared for a rejection, guys. Okay, I've been through some rejection, right? You know, I remember when I was in high school, you know, every single girl I tried to even talk to rejected me. They all rejected me, right? Rejected by all girls. because you know I'm such a nerd. You know, the neck beard guys doesn't work out so well with the ladies. You know, so it wasn't until I had to beg Big Butts 20. I had to bribe her, right, to marry me before I had any success with the ladies. It was a very sad story, guys. Very, very sad. Very curious to see what happens here. Let's take... I'm sorry, I know we're supposed to be doing Luna, but you guys know how much I love the non-GMO corn. It's hard to say, guys. This could be either really good or really bad. If you know, we could... If we don't come through there... If we come up here too quick, we will definitely bearishly diverge. But if we have a slow and steady move up throughout the day, you know, nice and healthy... then we could probably, you know, come up. We'll have to see, though. Bitcoin always surprises us, right? Surprises us. But, yeah. Surprises us. Okay, so Luna, we've got our key areas of support right there. Now let's just take a look at some Fib levels just to get a little bit more, just a little bit more. All right, so we've got that. We've got that right here. Okay, so, you know, for me, guys, definitely, let's see what we got going on. It is really nice to see that if we do come down from here, we have golden pockets at both of those weekly levels. We do have that 382 right underneath the daily. And yeah, so we've got that 382. So we do have zones. I mean, on a higher term time frame, guys, we definitely have zones of support that we can be looking for. So number one would be this. Number two would be this. And as far as shorting Luna, I would not look to do that at all right now, unless we have some kind of confirmation of a trend reversal, right? So what I mean by that is if we see that we're starting to come down and we do get a major move to the downside, then what we do is we would, hang on, guys. What we would do is we would pull our fib, right? Like what we did, hang on, sorry. We'd pull our fib from the low, the high that we put into the low, and try and see if we could get in the downtrend by using some kind of areas of resistance. So you can see when we start to come down here, when we get our first retrace, we could have looked for a short off this daily level / 786 confluence. And so if we do see something like that for Luna, like let's say we do come down here and we think we're going into more of a downtrend, then we wait for the retracement and whatever kind of level we have there to look for a short, that's where we would get in. Otherwise, it's very easy to get shredded up. You know, yes, I know I've shorted the all-time high of altcoins before, like we did that with Sol. But with Luna right now, because of we don't have much data about resistances right now, besides some of these Fib extensions. So we will look at those in a little bit. Perhaps we will be able to time the all-time high here and short it like we've done in the past. But by the way, if anybody wants to learn this stuff and you don't know how to trade, check out the course, jasoncaspertrading.com, guys. We do have the 35% discount until the end of the month. Until January 2nd, we still have 35% off. So it's a really good deal. If you feel like you're flopping and groping and you feel like you are losing money and you're not confident, then check out this course, guys. It's changing the way thousands of people trade. I have people message me every day saying, hey, I was losing money trading. Now I'm actually doing it full time and I quit my day job. Because we go through everything you need to know, you know, TA, market cipher, trading strategies, mindset and risk management. Check out the discount in the description of the video, guys. Also, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord where I post my TA trade setups, and we have a great community of traders, you can go to Jason Casper Trading. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. All right, let's get back into Luna here. Let's pull one more fib. I'm going to pull one more fib because these are major time frames to look for supports. But right now, just locally, I would say, more locally. Let's go to a 1 hour time frame. I would definitely be looking for support down here at around either the 382 or the golden pocket right here. Let's pull some volume just locally to see what we got going on. Interesting. Yeah, so that is interesting. We've got that point of control right there. Clearly, we're in an uptrend, right? There's no denying that. We do have some nice confluence locally here around the 0.5 fib and around the point of control at around 92.53. And so really, if I would be looking for support, if we're going to continue with this uptrend around these areas, and if not, then I will be looking down around this area and then just continue on looking down for supports to try and get into a long trade. That's how I would kind of approach this. And let's see what else. Let's actually let us look at some Fib extension levels, because let's just see, analyzing more of a local trend here, what we could look at now. So I'm gonna go from the last major swing low to this pivot here to down here. So these are just some local trend Fib extensions here. The ones I would really be keeping my eyes on, I would say, for potentially, this is the 4-hour time frame. We do have a bearish div here. What I would say is this, guys. When we see money flow and momentum coming down, that is when we look for the top, quote unquote, right? So money flow is not necessarily coming down. If we do something like this, where we come down again, and then we do something like this, and we see clearly the money flow is coming down, that's then where we could say potentially we have put in our top here, right? I mean, it's not until this right here, this red dot, that we see money flow and momentum coming down, and that is when we put in our top. So if we do come back up again to the 1-to-1 and we continue to see this kind of direction happening, I would actually look to short that. But keeping in mind that the short would not necessarily be to short it down to zero because of the uptrend, and the trend is our friend, but the short would be just to hold us over until we come in, get into a long, right? So if we do come up to the 1-to-1 fib and we do get a rejection, then we're pulling our fibs out and we're saying, all right, where are we going to come down to? We're going to come down to the golden pocket, maybe come down to retest the golden pocket right here, where we also have a lot of volume in this area right here as well, right? That's kind of the way I would kind of approach Luna, guys. So, wow, we still have 300 people in here. That's awesome, guys. Make sure to like the video. Interesting. So Luna, Trade Against the Machine says that Luna has rejected it on a trend line. What in the world is going on in the chat here? Some weird stuff. All right, yeah, let's check AVAX, guys. Let's check good old AVAX. I have not really done anything with AVAX in a while here. So this is AVAX here, guys. These are the time frames that we're looking at on AVAX. Hang on, let's get to a higher time frame. You know, we are clearly in an uptrend, right? Nobody would deny. All right. Very, very interesting here. I mean, right now we are coming up to resistance. So the main area of resistance I would be looking at for AVAX would definitely be this weekly level right here. And the reason for that is because we could come above it and lose it because we have these previous high areas where we could just, the chickens could drink, right? Now, if that happens, and I don't know what's going to happen with avalanche. It could be an avalanche though. Yeah, so we're coming above a lot. We had a lot of fib levels that we were looking at here. And right now we are holding above this Fibonacci golden pocket and daily level, and it's actually a monthly level as well. So that's a very, very strong sign. If we can, I would watch to see what happens right here, honestly, because we see momentum ticking down. And so if we lose this this level here, because you could say that we're forming this triangle. If this triangle breaks down and we lose that level, which is a Fibonacci golden pocket and a daily, then I could see us coming back down to some of these lower areas of support. Firstly, we do have this golden pocket right down here. Then we have this really juicy confluence down here where we have a golden pocket and a point of control. And let's just see something else real quick. Yeah. So for me, just superficially looking at this, if we reject from this zone right here, very important Fibonacci weekly, monthly, daily levels, okay, and we continue to see momentum coming down and money flow starts to tick down, then I would look for a bounce right here. I would look for a bounce right here, and personally would look for a bounce right down here for AVAX. Those would be the major levels I would look for, and that these are on like higher term time frames. I'm not necessarily looking at scalping or day trading, because I don't scalp or day trade these types of coins, guys. I do not. Yeah, smash the like button, everyone. Let's see. Yeah, if you're on Binance, I would chart on Binance. Yeah, that's right, Dono. So all these coins, guys, they will reject. They will reject these resistances if Bitcoin also dumps. If Bitcoin also dumps, they will reject as well. Would I be interested in looking at sand? Well, I am going to have to cut the stream, guys, only because I've been on here for an hour, and I've got to go. I've got to run, guys. I've got to run. I've got to spend some time with the fam and stuff like that, because it is the weekend. Tomorrow is Shabbat, and tonight I'm just going to be chilling with the family, guys. Ready for a break, honestly. Ready for a break, honestly. I'm extremely tired this week. This week has really been rough on me, guys. I've been doing a lot of stuff, but on that note, guys, receive this blessing. And the purpose of this blessing is that the Lord, the Creator of the heavens and the earth, would bless you and give you completeness. And Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha, Shalom. Which means in English, may the Lord bless you, may He protect you, may He shine His light upon you, may He have grace upon you, may He turn His face towards you, and give you completeness. B'Shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel, in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, the God of Israel. And amen. Amen. What bot am I referring to, Christopher Richmond? Subscribe to the channel, my friend.